Awesome. All right. So good morning. Happy Sunday morning. My name is Leanne Barber. I'm here with all of our friends, and it is a Sunday donation yoga morning. And today we're so happy to benefit a very special organization called William Way LGBTQ Plus Center. They're right in Philadelphia, and very happy to have them back. It's been a couple times where we've had you all, and it has been just amazing to learn more about the things that you're doing and to just be a part of your community. So thank you so much, Sue, for being here. Can you tell us a little bit about William Way and some of the things that you guys have going on?
Yeah, Leanne, again, thank you so much for your kindness and your generosity in providing this forum. William Way is at 1315 Spruce Street in Philadelphia. We have three primary areas of focus. We focus on arts and culture, we focus on empowerment, as well as community connection. And there's so many great things happening at the center right now. We are in the middle, we just kicked off our capital campaign. So we are going to be raising about $15 to $20 million to keep the front third of the building, and then knock out, which is historic in nature, and then to knock out the back 2/3 of the building. We're going to be having adult daycare center, a small cafe, larger ballroom, and really delivering really important services and programming for the LGBTQ community in Philadelphia and the Collier counties. So again, check us out at waygay.org. And again, thank you so much for the opportunity to have this forum. We are very blessed to have you in our family.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure. Super happy to hear all the wonderful things that are going on. We're going to share this video with some of our colleagues and friends afterward, and anyone who's interested in donating to the cause, feel free to donate to Two Hearts Dance and Yoga at gmail.com, our PayPal, or you can donate directly to William Way. You can check them out on social media and all the good places to check things out, and we're super happy to have them today. So thank you so much for that lovely introduction here. We're going to go ahead and get started into our yoga practice. So if you are new to yoga, welcome. If not, welcome too. We're going to take an all levels flow today. So let me make sure I get this off of here. There we go. So making sure that you're taking care of your body, like I said, is all levels. So just find what works for you. I am going to be modifying like crazy because I am in my third trimester of pregnancy. So I expect that you will modify as well in whatever your needs are. We're just here to start our Sunday morning off and just have a nice relaxing flow. All right, so let's get started. Come onto your mat or comfy space, whatever you have available for you. Can everyone hear me okay? Just give me a thumbs up. Awesome, very good. All right, so coming onto our spaces, hopefully the sun makes its nice appearance for us while we're out here. Got a nice kind of 65-degree ocean breeze going on, so it feels good. I hope that you can create the breeze and that nice atmosphere in your home. So take a moment to settle into your space. Maybe placing one hand on the heart, the other on the belly, and just finding a comfortable seat wherever that is for you. It doesn't have to be cross-legged. It can be up against a wall if you need extra support, or even in a chair if you would like to do that as well. But wherever you are, take a moment to settle into your space, taking some nice deep breaths in through the nose. Maybe you sigh it out through the mouth. And just acknowledging your presence today, taking up space, giving yourself a little bit of gratitude. Sometimes the hardest part is just showing up, so you've made it. And continuing to give yourself that light, that grace throughout your practice today. Nice big inhales, nice big exhales, connecting to your breath. You know that vinyasa yoga would not be what it is if you're not breathing into it. So making sure you're making a conscious effort to let breath be a big part of your practice today. Very nice. we'll continue this a step further by bringing the hands down to our sides, nudging yourself to sit up a little bit taller. And really elongating the spine here. So imagining that source of energy coming from the root chakra, your very base of your body, and flowing that energy all the way through the crown of the head, creating that nice long posture, shoulders away from the ears. Good. While you're here, take a moment to soften your face. So allow your face to relax. If there's any tension in where the eyebrows are, let that go. Allow your cheeks to be soft. Allow your jaw to be soft. Maybe rock your jaw side to side to let go. Releasing that tension. And then feeling the neck grow a little bit taller, shoulders away from the ears. Let your heart open just a little bit more here. And then engage your core so that you have a nice supported spine. Good. Very important to start a good foundation in all the things that you do. So thinking of your body as a nice, strong foundation structure. And starting off in whatever way that you need to start. Good. We'll turn our palms up to the sky, and on the inhale, we'll rise the arms up to the sky. Maybe the gaze comes up as you rise your arms. Exhale, turn the palms down, chin comes toward the chest. Nice big inhale as you rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, everything comes down toward the earth. Take a few more of these on your own pace. Good. Allowing ourselves to sync up with our breath. But kind of waking up the body as well, waking up the respiratory, waking up the third eye as you let your gaze come up. Good. We'll take one or two more and then allow your hands to stay at the top. Maybe the hands come together, maybe they clasp, whatever feels good for you. We're just going to take a nice good morning stretch from side to side, really lifting out of your body here and really allowing your side body to get that extra attention. Always feels really good. Oh yeah. Very nice, nice and gentle. From here, we'll take the hands and take a gentle twist to the right side. So finding whatever twist feels good for you. Maybe it's just a matter of looking over to the right. No need to do anything else. Got a lot of birds chirping in the background here, so they're nice and awake. On the inhale, rise the arms up to the sky. We're going to take our twist to the opposite direction. Good, nice long spine. Nice deep breath. Good. On the inhale, rise the arms up to the sky. We're going to come back into heart center. Nice big inhale as you rise the arms up. Exhale into heart center. And once more, nice big aura of energy all around you. Everything comes back into heart center. Allow love and gratitude to carry you wherever you go. I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe it's something simple, maybe it's something that will carry you through the week. And then take a nice big inhale, exhale, let it all go. We're going to shake it out for a moment here. Good, so literally shaking out your upper body, kind of moving however feels good for you. Nice and gentle, nice good shake out. We'll place the hands directly behind us, so you can either have your fingertips to the back of the room or the front, whatever feels most supportive. And we'll just place our feet in front of us, knees to the sky. We're going to let the knees dip from side to side. Opening up the hip flexors this morning. If you want to take this a step further, you can either let the knees come down, and you want to create 90-degree angles with your knee and your ankle, This is really good stretch here. You want to stay here, or you can take it a step further and rise your hips up off of your mat and let the side body stretch from there. Whatever feels good for you this morning, go ahead and let your body take that. We're just going to take a couple dips of the knees side to side. And if taking that to the next level feels good for you, go ahead. If not, stay exactly where you are. We'll take 3 more breaths here. Nice and gentle. Sun is starting to peek its way out. Very good. And then we'll let our legs come out in front of us. So bring the legs in front of you, sit up nice and tall. Maybe you let the feet flex. Take a moment to let the feet kind of twinkle, if you will. And letting the toes kind of wake up and warm up by just fluttering them a bit. From here, we're going to take our right knee, bring it in toward our chest, bring your heel back toward your sits bone. If this feels good for you, stay here. You can also make it a little bit wider if you so choose. If you want to take this a step further, bring your right foot across your left knee and then take another twist to the right, your choice. Whatever feels good for you here. Still warming up the upper body. Nice deep breaths. In through the nose and exhale it out. We'll come back through the center. Let the legs come nice and long. Shake it out for a moment and then go ahead and grab that other leg. Left knee comes in toward the body. Option to give yourself a nice good squeeze here. Or option to take a twist by taking that left leg across the right and then twisting toward your left knee. All the options today. Find what works for you. Nice deep breaths. And then we'll let the legs come down in front of you once more. From here, if it feels good for you, take a nice gentle forward fold. No need to force it or strain anything. I can't go very far. So just find what works for you. And really, we're just trying to loosen up the lower back. So allow a couple deep breaths to go into the lower back here as you take your forward fold. And then also feel that stretch behind the hamstrings. So maybe flex the feet if that feels good for you. So we're just starting off, no need to force it. Go exactly where your body wants to go. But then take a few deep breaths into that lower back space. Nice big inhales and exhales. Good, nice slow start. Start to roll yourself up. We're gonna come into a butterfly or bound angle pose. And then just rocking side to side, still opening up those hip flexors. Nice and gentle. Good. So your feet can come either as far out or as far in as you so wish. Whatever feels good for your hips today. We're gonna take a nice big inhale, arms come up. Exhale, we're gonna take our fingertips to the right of our feet. So we're going on the diagonal here. Again, going exactly where you want to go, no need to force it. But then see, as you start to kind of inch your fingertips away on that diagonal, see if you can sit back through your opposite left sits bone, and you'll feel a nice little counter stretch here. Nice deep breath into that back space. Maybe you let the head release a little bit here. On the inhale, we'll rise the arms up to the sky, getting ready for the other side. Fingertips come to the left of the feet this time. And finding a comfortable place, no need to force it. Maybe you walk your fingertips out a little bit further. Sit back through that right sits bone so you feel that nice good counter stretch. So it's kind of like you're pulling away, but yet sitting back at the same time. Good. Nice deep breath here. Very good for the psoas. And on the inhale, rising the arms up to the sky. Good. From here, we're going to take our hands down, bring our knees together, and we're going to swoop ourselves around into tabletop position. So take your time. Remember, transitions are so important in your practice, not just the positions that you're getting to, but the actual transitions that you're making in between. All the little in-betweens are so important. So coming into tabletop position, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Toes can be tucked or untucked, whatever feels most comfortable. We'll take a few cat and cows. On the inhale, let your gaze and your heart shine forward. Drop your belly down for cow. Exhale, look into the belly button, round through the back for cat. Take a few more of these as we open up the spine. If cat and cow does not feel good for you, you can always kind of move the torso in a figure 8 motion, or just kind of shake the hips side to side, whatever feels good. Take a few breaths here and really allow your torso to warm up however it needs to warm up. So maybe that's a mixture of cat and cows, maybe that's a mixture of figure 8, maybe it's just moving front and back a little bit, whatever feels good for you. We'll take 3 more breaths here. Connecting your breath to your practice right away and feeling the benefits of that. Very nice, very nice. Coming back to a neutral spine, we'll send our right hand out for a handshake. Straighten and flex into the left leg. Nice long line of energy here. Option to rise that foot off of the ground or keep it onto the ground. Either way, you want to engage your core. And breathe. Nice deep breaths here. Finding that breath. On the inhale, we're going to squeeze our knee into our chest. Let your elbow follow. Exhale as you reach nice and long. Inhale, everything comes inward. Exhale as you reach nice and long. Good. And then coming back onto solid ground underneath you. Take a moment to shake it out. Find that stability. Nice slow flow for a Sunday morning. So give yourself that time and that patience. Send the left arm out for a handshake. Straighten and flex into the right leg. Nice long energy line. Engage the core. Back of the neck is nice and long here. Option to raise that foot off of the ground wherever you are. On the inhale, we're going to squeeze everything into the center. Knee and elbow come in. Round through the back. Exhale as you reach nice and long. Inhale, everything comes in. Exhale as you reach. And once more, nice big inhale. And exhale, reaching nice and long. Very good. Coming back onto solid ground. We're going to take a moment to go through our hip flexors just a little bit. So we're going to step our right leg out to the side. So right leg comes right out to the side here. And you want to try to get your right pinky toe onto the ground as much as you can by bringing that heel down onto the ground. So I'm just going to face you for a hot second. So you're here. And then you're going to bring your heel in, bring your heel out. So you're opening up through this hip flexor by pushing right and left, but allowing the heel to come off of the ground will kind of bring more access to that. Good. So I find, maybe now because I'm pregnant, there's a lot more tightness in my hips. But even in general, if you're doing a lot of sitting, if you're doing a lot of, working from home, or, just sitting on the couch during the day, doing something like this can really open up the hips and really loosen the tension that you might be carrying around. Good. So we're going to take that same right foot. We're going to step it in between the hands in front of us, coming into a low lunge. Take a moment to place the hands on either side of the foot, and then knee is in line with the ankle here. Maybe you take a moment to push into that hip flexor. Option to stay here and feel that stretch, or option to bring your hand to the top of your thigh for this low crescent lunge here. Take a few breaths, relax the shoulders away from the ears. If you want to take it one more step further, maybe the arms come up. Nice deep breath here. Also, if this bothers your knee, you can always create a little extra padding in the back there by folding your mat back or use a pillow. Nice deep breath. We're going to flex through the front leg, sending that weight back behind you and stretching through the hamstring. Flex through this foot. Nice deep breath. Maybe you rock back and forth. We're going to take that one more time. So putting our weight into that front knee one more time, knee over the ankle. Again, taking this where you want to take it. So option to stay here, or option to tuck that back toe, rise the back knee. Maybe you stay here and this is more than enough. Or maybe you rise up to a full crescent lunge, your choice. So either way, that right knee is over the ankle. Just going to rise this up a little bit. Even if you're still down on the ground, same thing, knee over the ankle, nice good foundation. Open heart wherever you are. We're gonna take a few breaths here. Good. Nice deep breaths. Nice, good breath. Exhale, we're gonna place the hands back down onto the ground, or if you're already there, start to make your way back into tabletop position. We're gonna swing that right leg all the way around, make it nice and wide. So let it come out to the side, kind of like you're tracing a semicircle around your body, and then let it come on back in. Good, shake it out for a moment. Nice deep breaths here. Very good. From here, we're gonna take that left leg out to the side. I'm just gonna face you for a moment. Left leg comes out to the side. And then gently just bringing that heel in and out, rocking your hip flexor side to side. Nice deep breaths as you're opening your hips here. Very nice, very nice. Looking good, everyone. Take some breaths. We're gonna bring that left leg in between the hands to come into your low lunge. So remember, knees over the ankle. Take it to where you want to take it. Hands can stay on the ground, but keep the heart lifted so you don't want to hunch over your front leg. Or you can bring the hands to the top of your thigh. Either way, you still have that good foundation with the knee over the ankle. And you've got a nice good opening in your hip flexor on the right here. Nice deep breaths. Maybe the arms come up, maybe they don't, your choice. Breathing, breathing. Nice slow start, starting to get hot. Finding that breath. Good, good, good. So hopefully you're finding a little bit of heat in your practice as well. You're firing up your core. And we're gonna flex into that front foot. Send the weight back behind you. And feel that stretch in the hamstring. Maybe you rock front and back on the heel. Looking good. Nice deep breath here. Nice slow start. Sometimes it's hard to go slow, yeah? So give yourself permission to relax into those moments where you might feel hesitation, where you might want to stop, where you might want to move on a little faster. Take the moment to breathe. We're going to push back into that front knee, knee over the ankle. Option to stay here. This is more than enough. Or option to come on that back ball of the foot. Maybe find your way to a full crescent lunge. Remember, there's no pressure to come up this high. You can always stay down on the ground. Keep that knee over the ankle no matter where you are. And then relax the shoulders. Heart is nice and open. Beautiful breathing. Nice Sunday morning. Taking it all in so we can start our week in a good way. Very nice. Nice deep breath. We're gonna start to make our transition back down into tabletop. So remember, then swing that left leg all the way around. So you want to create a semicircle all the way around. Let that leg come back and then bring it back in. Very nice. Good. From here, option to stay in tabletop, or you can shift your weight forward for a little modified plank, or you can press to a full plank, your choice. But we're going to make our way to downward facing dog. So the very first downward facing dog of the day. It's always the hardest one, so give yourself some grace. Maybe you walk through the feet, walking your dog. You can bring your legs nice and wide if you so choose. Push down through the hands, relax the shoulders, let your head be heavy. We're going to take 2 breaths here. Nice deep breaths. Very nice. And then we're gently going to walk our feet, tiptoe your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Coming into a forward fold. Now you can step your feet a little bit wider in your forward fold. You can bend your knees. That's exactly what I'm going to do because it feels good for me. You don't even have to go all the way over. You can bring your hands to your thighs or hands to your shins if that feels good for you. But find a place where you can let go, wherever you are. So letting go of the arms maybe, letting go of the head, shake the head yes and no. Let it all go, like ragdoll. Let it all go. We'll take 2 breaths here, breathing that breath into your lower back, releasing as much as you can. And then take a moment to spread your toes nice and wide on the ground, so really creating that foundation. We're going to start to roll up for our sun salutation, so rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly, all the way up to standing, and rise your arms at the top. Exhale as you dive down to the earth. Inhale to come halfway up, nice and slow. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Good, we're going to take that one more time. And I encourage you to take it on your very own pace, your very own intention, as fast or as slow as you want. But rolling up through your spine like you're growing from the ground up, like you're really sprouting out of the soil, you're reaching your arms up. Let those arms come all the way up to the top. Exhale as you dive down to the earth. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. This time we'll place our hands down, so bend those knees. Hands come down. We'll step the right foot back behind us. Remember, knee is over the ankle here. But then we're going to spin on the back ball of our foot. So pivot that back ball so you can bring your heel down. And when you're ready, we're going to find our way to Warrior Two. So right away, this is where you make the transitions that work for you, right? So finding your way to that Warrior Two, hips are open. Left leg is in front, knee is over the ankle. Hips are open to the side. Arms are going to come out like wings. And we're going to find that nice good stance today as we create this warrior within. It's there. Look out past your fingertips. Give yourself a nice little affirmation of how strong you are. The birds are telling you how strong you are today. Take it all in, nice deep breaths. Feel the strength. Feel the fire, feel your core. On the inhale, we'll flip the front palm, reach all the way to the back of the room. Reverse warrior. So you're lifting up and back away from your bent knee. I'm sliding all over the place today. So you want to create that lift in the heart, but still keeping that knee bent over the ankle. Finding this place of lift. If you want to take this a step further, you can take your right hand. Just bring it under, just below the lower back here. Maybe you wrap it around toward your left hip flexor, your choice. So you see my hand over here. Just gives you a little bit of support, and it kind of encourages you to relax that back right shoulder. Nice deep breath here. We're going to come back to Warrior Two. Nice strong warrior. We're going to flip that back palm. Reach to the front or the sky, extended side angle. Good. In your extended side angle, you want to make sure you're lifted through the left side body. So even if you have this arm on your thigh, that's completely fine, just not putting the weight onto it. And staying lifted through the heart. Breathing here. I'm just going to shift this forward. Everyone's looking good. Nice deep breaths. We're going to take 2 more breaths here. Maybe the gaze comes up for a moment. On the inhale, we're going to come back up to Warrior Two. Nice and strong warrior that you are. Give yourself that affirmation. Flip the palms to the sky. On the inhale, we're going to rise through that front knee. Arms come above you. Exhale as you bend. Inhale as you rise up. Reach up. Exhale to bend. You can take this on your very own pace. Remembering to rise on the inhales, settling back into the earth on the exhales. Take a few more. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful, beautiful. You should feel your body powering up with every inhale, giving yourself that nice refreshing breath. Good. And one more, coming back into your Warrior Two. We're going to straighten that front knee this time, and then push back into your right hip. So you kind of want to tilt that hip back. We're going to reach forward, forward, forward for triangle pose, Trikonasana. So you can bring your hand to your shin or your knee, or if you have a block, that's awesome. But you really want to create nice open heart here. Shoulders should be stacked, and then hips should be nice and open. And bring your pelvis underneath you as though you had a wall. Maybe if you had like a wall behind you, you want to think of it that way. so that everything is nice and aligned. Gaze looks up to the sky. Nice strong triangle pose. Take a nice deep breath. We're going to bend back into that front knee. We're going to rise ourselves back up to warrior two. Give yourself a little gratitude. On the inhale, we're going to flip the palm in the front. Reach all the way to the back of your room once more. Nice, good reach. Exhale, we're going to cartwheel those hands down to the ground. Take your time in taking your transition. We're going to make our way back to downward dog. So maybe you lower down. Maybe you do an upward facing dog. Or maybe you just find yourself in downward facing dog, however works for you. Your transitions are your own. So if you need to take a little extra time and get in there, go ahead and do that. And breathing. Take a nice big cleansing breath once you reach your downward dog, nice and gentle. And we're gonna slowly walk our feet to our hands at the top of our mat. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. All the way to the top. Coming into that forward fold. And when you're ready, start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Taking your sun salutation. We salute the sun today on this beautiful Sunday. Maybe the sun will come out for us. We had a beautiful sunshiny day yesterday. Seeing some clouds today, but maybe the sun will show its face. Exhale to lower. We're going to place our hands down on the ground. Send the left leg back this time. Take your time, knees over the ankle. We're going to spin on the back ball of our foot. Bring that back heel down. When you feel stable, start to make your way to warrior two, opposite side. I'm just going to flip around so my back is not to you, but I'm still on the same leg. So right knee is in front this time, opposite of what we just did. And we're nice and stable in our warrior two. Hips are facing sideways and arms come out like wings. And we're breathing nice and deeply. Breathe in that fresh air today. Beautiful, beautiful. Take a nice good breath here. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Give yourself a little grace. On the inhale, we're going to flip that front palm, reach all the way to the back of the room, reverse warrior. Good. So remember, front knee, that right knee is still over the ankle, and you're lifting up and back. If you want to take the left hand, kind of wrap it behind your lower back and create this little pocket here, feel free to do so. Continue to relax that left shoulder down the back and gaze looks up. Nice deep breath here in your radiant reverse warrior. Maybe you imagine yourself on the beach, the sun kind of beaming down on your face in this radiant warrior. And I'm sure Sue and Allison will be feeling lots of that this summer at their new beach house. We congratulate them. And we think of the summer coming. We're so happy that the summer's coming. I know I am. It's gonna be a nice warm summer. Feel that warmth in your body. On the inhale, come back up to warrior two. Nice strong warrior. Maybe just a little more warmth there. Just creating that in your space for yourself. We're going to flip the back palm, left palm flips, and going into your extended side angle. So again, staying lifted through the side body, open through the heart, gaze is up. Nice deep breath. Can you find a little more strength just with a nice deep breath? And that is absolutely something you can take off of your mat, right? Sometimes just taking a nice deep breath can propel you into the next thing and get you kind of refreshed and started. On the inhale, coming back up to warrior two, nice strong warrior. We're gonna flip both palms this time. On the inhale, rise through that front knee, arms come above you. Exhale to bend. Beautiful. Inhale as you rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale to bend. Good. Just the subtlety of that head coming up at the top will definitely help you. So allow it to be a part of your breath, a part of your practice, a part of your movement. You can take this on your own pace. Remembering on the inhales is when you rise. On the exhale, you're coming back to that warrior two. We'll take one or two more breaths on your very own pace. Let it be your own. This is your practice. So let every ounce of it be yours. Beautiful. Coming back to warrior two. Nice strong warrior. We're going to straighten that front knee. So right knee straightens. You're going to shift into that back hip. So just pop the back hip out just a little bit. And then reach forward, forward, forward into your triangle pose. Maybe the hand comes to the shin or the knee or a block or the floor if you're feeling the need to go a little bit further with it. Your choice. But you really want to stack the shoulders. Bring the pelvis underneath you. Gaze looks up to the sky. Beautiful. Breathing here. Nice strong triangle pose. We'll take one more breath here. And then bend into that front knee, coming back into warrior two. Give yourself some grace. Nice big breath. We'll flip the front palm, reach all the way to the back of the room. One last good stretch here. Exhale, we're gonna cartwheel the hands down to our mat. Take your time, let your transition be yours. As you move through your vinyasa, you can always just meet us in downward dog. I'm not going all the way down, but that doesn't mean you can't. So find what works for you. Take a nice big cleansing breath once you do reach your downward dog. And then we're gonna lower our knees down to child's pose. Yes, thank goodness. So knees come down. Let the knees be wide and then let the big toes touch at the back of your mat. And then go ahead and find your child's pose. So maybe taking child's pose with the arms in front of you is too much strain on your shoulders. That's fine. You can always come to your elbows. You can always bring the hands back by your hips. Whatever feels good for you. Take this moment of rest. Take this moment of rejuvenation, of restoration, whatever you want to take it as. And reconnecting with your breath and the earth. We'll take about 5 breaths here. Nice deep breaths. Maybe you sigh it out. Give yourself a moment to rest. Yeah, you just did a lot. Nice deep breaths here. Very nice, very nice. When you're ready, we're going to start to make our way back into a downward facing dog. So your choice in how you get there. Then you're going to walk your feet to your hands at the top of your mat, coming into that forward fold. You can let your forward fold be wide or narrow, your choice. So whatever feels good for you. On the inhale, we're gently going to sit back and come into a chair pose. So take your time in coming up, rise your heart up. I've got a nice wide chair pose today. Whatever is floating your boat, find it and stick with it. Nice deep breath. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Maybe you take a moment to sway it out here, swaying through the hips, letting the head go. We're gonna take one more chair pose here. On the inhale, rising up, sitting back into your chair pose, nice and supported through the feet. Doesn't matter how low you go. We're not here to go low, not limboing. We're just finding comfort. Take a nice deep breath, exhale, forward fold, let it go. And then we're gonna let our legs come nice and wide. So maybe you heel toe, maybe you step out so that your mat is nice and wide. We're gonna come into Yogi Squat, if you so wish. Now again, with the hips being open, there's no need to force this. You can always come to a wider Yogi Squat. This is completely fine. Keep your heart lifted wherever you are. You don't want to hunch over. If you are able to come down here, that's fine. For me, it's hard for me to stay stagnant in this one place. So you'll see that I'm shifting side to side to kind of ease into it a little bit. But find what works for you. Ultimately, you want your heels to be down on the ground. So even if you're here, heels should be down instead of here. If you're here, instead of heels up, they should be down. And that might just mean stepping your stance out a little bit wider. We'll take 2 breaths here. Not for long. Just a little more hips. And then we'll straighten through those legs. We're going to start to roll up nice and slow, coming back up to standing. Good. Arms rise up. And coming back into heart center. We're going to move on into a little bit of a balancing series. Gonna grab a drink of water real quick. But if you need to grab a wall or chair or something that's gonna make you feel a little more stable, feel free to do that. So we're gonna come into tree pose first. Now, you can take your tree pose however is feeling good for you today. But you want to put all of your weight into your left foot first. Spread your toes. If you need to hold on to something, feel free to do that. And then create a kickstand, maybe just to the inside of the ankle. Try not to lean into your supporting hip. It's kind of a moment of chilling. Yeah, you don't want to chill in that hip. You really want to stand up nice and tall, nice and supported. So maybe you're here. Maybe you bring the foot up a little bit higher. You can always bring the foot up above the knee, just not on the knee. And when you do find your stable chair pose, let your arms be find an expression of choice, whatever that is for you. And then breathe. A lot of times we hold our breath when we're balancing, so see if you can let your breath be a part of it. And take nice deep breaths. Maybe you close your eyes for a little challenge. Good. The trees are getting more green. So excited for summer. Nice deep breath. Exhale, step down. Sway it out, let it go, shake it out. Let's get ready for our other side. So tree pose on the right. Spread the toes on the right foot. Really anchor down that foot. Feel the stability as you shift the weight. And then placing your left foot to the inside of your ankle or shin or thigh, just not on the knee. Let your arms take an expression of choice. Maybe it's different from the last time. And remember not to sit in this hip. Really want to lift up, engage your core, breathe. Nice, good posture. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We'll take one more breath here. Exhale, step it down, sway it out, let it go. We're gonna do one more balancing pose just because, I don't know, I'm feeling it today. My balance has been totally off, you guys, like really, really off. So today I feel a little bit more in balance, and I feel like that's a really good sign. I'm starting to get used to this baby and everything going on. So I hope this balance will challenge you as well. I think a lot of the times we try to stay away from balancing, but it can actually help you with everyday things that you're doing. So just walking down the street, being a little bit more in coordination with your body and just having a little bit more spatial awareness, balancing helps a lot. So we're going to place our left foot into the earth. Option to take a little bit of a crane, or you can progress into flamingo. So crane is just a little bit off the ground. Maybe toes come off of the ground just a little bit. Maybe your knee is right in front of the hip. If you want to take flamingo, you'll bring the foot or the knee a little bit closer by holding it in. Maybe you stay here. If you want to take this one more step further, you'll bring that right knee out to the side and find your balance. Maybe you look toward your fingertips on the left. Maybe. So I tell you, I could not do this about 3 weeks ago. I was way off. Now I feel a little bit more aligned. It changes every day, right? On the inhale, coming back in, give yourself a squeeze, exhale, step it down, sway it out. Very good. And your center of gravity can change as well, not just being pregnant or whatever, but your center of gravity can change just by, weight change, or maybe your equilibrium is off one day. So give yourself some grace, try out your balance, see where it goes. If you wobble, that's okay. We'll place all of our weight into your right leg this time. Left leg comes up. Maybe you stay here, this is fine. Or maybe you bring it in. Give yourself a squeeze. This is more than enough. Stand up nice and tall, breathe. Maybe you take that left leg out to the side, all while you're breathing. Yeah. Not holding the breath. Maybe you look toward those fingertips. Maybe you feel a little bit of alignment. You feel yourself kind of correcting yourself by moving the spine around a little bit. All good things. Bring it back in through the center, step it down, let it go. Whew. All right, we've done enough balancing today. On the inhale, we'll rise the arms up to the sky. Exhale, dive down to the ground. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna make our way back down to our mats. So take your time, coming back down into tabletop position. Very good. We're gonna start to wind down our practice. We did a lot in the past couple minutes here, so give yourself a moment of kind of recollecting. Just placing the hands and your knees on the ground. It's a really good place to just reconnect with the earth. We just did some balances, so reconnecting with your equilibrium and your gravity and your core. Take a breath here. We're going to move on into a little bit of our hip openers. Options. Take what you need. Stay away from what you don't need. Option 1, lizard lunge. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. You can walk your foot out as wide as you want, maybe out past your mat to create a little more openness in the hip here. And then pushing into that left hip flexor. Maybe you stay here, maybe that's where you want to be. If not, option 2, pigeon. Drawing the knee in between the hands. Take a moment to wiggle around. You might need to move this foot out or in. Everyone's hips are different. Essentially, you want your hips to be square to the front and right over top, so you're not leaning into the right or the left. Back foot is right behind the hip. Maybe you stay here, you can come on down, your choice. If not, you can come into figure 4. I'm going to do a modified figure 4, but you can also come all the way onto your back. So your back is right up against the ground, and then cross the right over the left, or you can stay upright like I am, your choice. So any of those are going to give you a nice good hip opening. You just got to pick what works for you. I'm not here to tell you which one to pick, so you've got to pick it and just commit to it. If you find that you're straining or trying to force something, or it just feels uneasy or uncomfortable, back out of it. Maybe choose something else. You can also rest in child's pose if that feels better. We're going to be here for like 4 breaths. So take your time. No need to force anything. Just finding a little more openness in our hips so we can release that tension. Very nice, very nice. When you're ready, we're going to make our way out of that. So if you need to take a counter stretch or kind of a transition stretch in between, go ahead and do that. But then we're going to come on to the other side. So take your time in finding where you want to go. Maybe you're more open on one side. Maybe you know you have an injury and are less open on one side. So that doesn't mean you have to take the same pose, yeah? So you can take a different pose. If you want to take lizard, that left leg comes to the outside of the left hand. If you want to take pigeon, the left knee comes in between the hands. If you want to take figure 4, the left leg crosses and you can lay all the way back, or you can stay seated like I was in the last pose. All of it is up to you. This is your practice. And breathe. So the best part about these hip openers is the more you actually breathe into it, the more your muscles will release. So there's no need to force anything. There's no need to strain to get yourself down. There's no need to try to make it hard for yourself. You want to make it easy for yourself. So find a comfortable edge and then breathe into it. You might naturally find that your muscles just start to release from there. We're not here to make it hard. The last thing we're trying to do is make anything harder for ourselves, right? Life is already hard. Can we find moments of ease on a Sunday morning like this? Easy like Sunday morning. That's all we're trying to find. We'll take 3 more breaths here. And starting to make your way out of that. If you need to take any kind of counter stretch, any kind of in-between transitional movement, go ahead and do that. We're gently going to find our way onto our backs. So take your time in getting there. I'm not going to lie all the way back for obvious reasons. But if you find yourself all the way back, that's awesome. If not, you can always come to your elbows. That's fine too. Whatever works for you. But we're going to place our feet into the earth as we come onto our backs. Let the knees go up to the sky and place your hands into the earth. So even if you're at your elbows, hands are into the earth beside you. And knees are parallel. You can walk your feet back toward your sits bones a little bit more. We're going to take bridge pose 2 times. Bridge pose is really good in the morning for kind of changing up the energy channels and giving us a little more energy in our hearts and our minds. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So in your bridge pose, hands are on the ground. You're going to gently rise your hips up to the earth, up to the sky, away from the earth, up to the sky. And if it feels good for you, so if you're in your bridge pose, if it feels good for you, you can do any kind of modifications by going to the balls of your feet, maybe clasping the hands at the lower back, maybe rising 1 foot off at a time. Any of those are going to help kind of elevate your pose. We'll take about 3 breaths here in your bridge. And when you're ready, you'll gently start to come all the way down, 1 vertebrae at a time, letting your lower back meet the earth again. Maybe you take a moment to rest. And we'll transition on into bridge pose once more. So again, you can choose to stay where you are. You can choose to kind of maintain where you were in the last bridge pose, or you can choose to take it to the next level by clasping your hands at the lower back, by going to the balls of your feet, by rising 1 foot off at a time. Any of that is going to help you. So just finding what works. Really, a lot of this is finding what works and just committing to it and being okay with it and sticking to your guns, right? There's no need in doing anything more than what you want to do today. And I say that not just on your mat, but even when you come off of your mat today, there's no need to do anything that you don't want to do today. Give yourself a little grace, give yourself some patience, and choose to do the things that feel good for you. We'll take 1 more breath in your bridge pose. And when you're ready, start to lower all the way down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. Maybe you squeeze your knees into your chest. Maybe you let your legs kind of rock side to side, your choice. And we're going to move on into our supine twist as we start to get into the last bits of our practice here. So with our supine twist, it's kind of like we're wringing our bodies out from the practice that we did. Kind of like you're wringing out a wash rag, letting go of all the toxins that are within the body and kind of releasing from there. So you can bring your right knee into your chest and your left leg toward the ground. Option to stay here if this feels good for you. This is more than enough. Or if you do want to take that twist, the right knee comes across the center line and finding what feels good. So if you need to move your hips around, if you're able to open up your shoulders and kind of look over to the other side, you're more than welcome to do that. Baby is telling me do not do that. She's moving around in there. So find what works for you and listen to your body. Wringing yourself out, letting go of any last bits of tension that you have. Take a nice deep breath. We're going to get ready for the other side. So coming back onto your back, you want to squeeze your left knee in toward your chest this time. And send your left knee across your center line to the right side. Maybe your hips, take a little bit of an adjustment there. And then see if you can open up your heart a little bit, relaxing your left shoulder. So you want to look away from your knee to create a little bit more of a twist. And of course, these twists promote clarity in the body so that you're starting your Sunday off with a nice clear body, a nice clear mind. Nice deep breaths. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, coming back through the center, maybe you squeeze your knees into your chest. And then give yourself permission to do any last bits of movement that your body wants to take. So this is your time to maybe wiggle around on your mat, maybe rock and roll around a little bit, maybe do a couple last bits of stretches that your body's asking you to take. Maybe there's a pose or a stretch that you really wanted to get to today that I didn't get to. You are more than welcome to take any last bits of movement that your body's telling you to take. Go ahead and do that now. Listening to your body, giving yourself some gratitude. Very nice, very nice. When you're ready and you've taken those last bits of movement that you wanted to take, we're going to get on into our final resting pose. So you want to squeeze your knees into your chest first. Give yourself a nice big hug. Take a nice deep breath. And then start to make your way to your Shavasana. So take your final resting pose, let your legs come down to the bottom of your mat, let your arms come out by your side. Get nice and comfy and cozy, however that is for you. And as you take your final resting pose, give yourself some gratitude. Knowing that we take this final resting pose as a way to reap the benefits of our practice, as a way to let our body feel all the feels of our practice. And if there's anything else you're holding on to in your Shavasana, your final resting pose, take a nice deep breath, and on the exhale, let it all go. And relax. Allow yourself to lie back and relax. Gently start to come back into your body, wiggling your fingertips and your toes. Take a nice big stretch overhead, letting your breath deepen. Gently come onto your favorite side. Give yourself a nice big hug, a nice good gratitude for showing up today, for honoring your wellness, dedicating time to your health, and sharing your energy with us. Allow that energy to go out into the world as you continue on your journey. And we'll start to make our way to a seated position so that we can close our practice out together. It is always my honor and pleasure to share this practice with you. So thank you so much for being here. On the inhale, we'll rise our arms up to the sky. Exhale, coming into heart center. Nice big inhale as you rise up, reach up. Exhale to come into heart center, and once more, nice good aura of energy you've created today. Everything landing back into heart center. Allow love and gratitude to carry you wherever you go. Draw the thumbs to the third eye, continuing to progress each and every day. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. I want to thank you all so much for being here today. Thank you for sharing your Sunday morning with me. Thank you to William Way Center in Philadelphia for all the wonderful things that you do, creating a community, a place for last bit of things you have to mention to the group. Feel free to do so.
Yeah, again, Leanne, thank you so much, and thanks to everyone who joined today. If anyone has an ERG or an NRG at your place of business, if you want to do a virtual tour, we do offer those 3 times a month. It's a wonderful way to get involved with the center, see what we do, and hear some of the wonderful stories of people that we help each and every day. Please let Leanne know. She has my contact info, and I'll be more than happy to set up a tour for you. So again, thank you so much for your support.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing more of you. Remember that this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. So we're doing lots of things with Two Hearts Dance and Yoga. We have many different lives going on to chat with mental health professionals and those who are in support of it. Everyone has mental health, so make sure you're taking care of yours. Make sure to tune into us throughout the month, and we look forward to all the wonderful things that this lovely community has to bring. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it. Have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Leanne. Talk to you later.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Leanne.
Thank you. Take care.